Hey, good morning, guys. My name is Chad Huney, and I wanted to create this YouTube channel for two reasons. And those two reasons I'll get to, but first I wanted to introduce myself and give you a quick little insight into my life and why I decided to create this channel. I'm originally born in Drumheller, Alberta, Canada, land of the dinosaurs, and I currently reside in Calgary, Alberta, Canada, where I am a project manager slash estimator for a medium-sized electrical outfit here in Calgary. I've been an electrician for about 13 years. I'm a master electrician. And what brought me to trading? Well, I've always been an entrepreneur at heart. When I was a kid, I'd mow lawns for cash. I'd do odd jobs for cash. When I was starting out as an electrician, I did a lot of side work to try and get some additional money in. When I was an apprentice learning the trade. And when I first started being an electrician, the first thing I wanted to do was get everything that I needed so that when I became a journeyman, I was able to go out on my own and start my own company. And that was goal number one. I did do that. I started a small contract company, did some oil and gas control work. It didn't work out, long story short, so I ended up shutting it down. So my second venture into the entrepreneurial world was probably a venture that lots of people dive into but don't know a lot about the industry, and that's network marketing. And I linked arms with two corporations, the first being the Amway Corporation, which is definitely the number one network marketing company in the world, and the second corporation being Worldwide Dream Builders. I built that company and that business with my wife for about 4 years to a fairly significant level. If anyone's familiar with Amway, you'll know what levels those are. But did pretty good, and for reasons that I'm not going to disclose, we decided that my wife and I had a talk, and it wasn't the business or the venture that we wanted to pursue for the rest of our lives. So we didn't quit that business. We still run that business on the side just as a customer-based business. We aren't actively pursuing it or building it anymore, but it is purely for customer. We have many customers that still buy product from us. So while I was in Amway, I'd learned a ton about personal growth, business mindset, as well as financial aptitude. And because of the mindset that I'd learned through Amway and Worldwide Dream Builders, I'd read many books. And the first book that I read, of course, was Rich Dad, Poor Dad, which is a book that I'm sure many people have read. And that book really opened up my eyes to the idea of making your money work for you rather than you working for your money, and really getting your time back. And that's what I really wanted in life. As an electrician working physically for many years, I knew that I was limited, and that by the time I was 50 or even 60, if I was still in the trade doing the same thing without a pension, the minute that something physically happened to me, my income is gone. And so I had to find alternate ways to create residual income. When I was 21 years old, I bought my first rental property, and that property was very old. It was what I could afford at the time. Ended up selling that property for a loss. I never did make any money on it, but that was the risk that I was willing to take. Real estate and high risk investments, or low risk investments, I would say, is definitely the path that I want to take in the future. And so that's what led me into kind of Googling the stock market and learning about how the stock market works. Now, my wife works at a publicly traded company now, and she gets stock options, and she was able to pull out stocks and pay for stuff in our house and stuff. And I was like, wow, like essentially it's free money. Like you just put a bunch of money in, it compounds, and you get a bunch of money out. And so I really wanted to learn more about it. And so that's what led to me to Googling up stock market and trading and all those kind of things. And I knew that I wanted to make a residual income. And so, I mean, if you had $1 million and you invested in the stock market and we're hoping to get back a 10% return on your investments, that'd yield you about $100,000 a year, right? And those numbers really spoke to me, because an extra $100,000 a year, that's life-changing money to start with. And then you can invest that money into other businesses, other companies, compound it, and this is what the rich do, right? And this is what I learned in that book. But of course, you need to start with $1 million. Not everyone has $1 million. And as an electrician working in Alberta, I don't make $1 million a year. I'm sure many don't. So again, stock market, Googled it, and what did I find? The first two things that came up for me were Ross Cameron with Warrior Trading and Timothy Sykes. And so I had watched hundreds of hours of those guys. I mean, they've got so much YouTube information and channel information, tons of videos out there. I watched all of Ross's small account challenge, and which led me to, I actually signed up with Profitly on Tim Sykes' site, did his chat room for 1 month. I tried it out, and Stocks to Trade software. And for me, I didn't like the chat room, and so I signed up for the 5-day free trial with Warrior Trading to kind of see what it was about. And I really liked the fact that Ross would stream his watch list first thing in the morning on YouTube. I thought that was really awesome. It's great free content. He was giving back to the community. And so I joined that chat room, found out that, wow, I really like this. This is something that I want to learn. And so I subscribed to the Warrior Pro trading course. And I did the entire course throughout a few months, learned a ton, traded in the sim. I ended up trading live for a while, and for me, Warrior Trading is an awesome community. They have so much knowledge. All the instructors there are incredible. But for me, some of Ross's strategies just didn't fit with my personality, like buying really high on a bull flag, or the breakout, high update breakout, or the pivot point breakouts. Those for me were just too risky, and every time I did them, I would just lose I would just go red immediately, and I'd have to stop out. And so long story short, I probably invested I've been trading now for about a year and a few months, I would say, and I probably invested about 10 grand in real money. I would say I'm out about 5 grand, maybe 6 grand, or maybe even just par, and so the reason I wanted to start this YouTube channel was, again, for 2 reasons. First reason being, I want to be accountable to myself, and I wanted to make sure that my entries and exits were planned. They were part of my game plan. They were my own strategy. And like every one of these trading community mentors or teachers teaches anyone, they always say, I'm going to give you a fish so you can, I'm not going to give you a fish so you can just eat for a day. I'm going to teach you to fish so you can eat for a lifetime. Corny little quote, but it's true, right? And I wanted to be able to sit down at my computer, have my own knowledge, trade my own trades with my own strategy, and hopefully make the stock market work for me. Long story short, I've been doing that now for the last few months. I'm not part of a chat group anymore. Well, I am part of a chat group, just a very small community on Discord with a few guys. John Hall, Day Trading, he's in our community. And so we just bounce ideas back and forth. And so I thought that, okay, I'm going to do this on my own. I'm going to put like 500, 700 bucks in a small account, and I'm going to grow that sucker. Thought I was going to be the one guy that could do it, you know what I mean? And that just isn't the truth. It is so difficult to grow a small account, especially when you're learning, guys. It's damn near impossible. So what I've decided to do is I put that account, I froze it for now. My accounts are going to be set up with SureTrader going forward, and I'll post some videos and some lessons on the DashTrader platform, which I thought were very useful that I haven't seen on YouTube. So I thought I'd post a few of those if you guys want to check those out. And I'm going to start with probably a $2,000 to a $2,500 American account. Now I'm from Canada, so that's about like $3,500. So right now I'm saving up, and I'm going to be subscribing to the DashTrader simulator for the next couple months while I save up. I'm probably about halfway there. And so for the trades that I post right now, they are in a simulated account, but I am playing with a $2,000 account. So what that means is every morning I'll go through my hotkeys, reset my hotkeys to my buying power for a $2,000 account, depending on the price of the stock that I'm trading. Okay, guys, so it is a simulated account for the first little while, but it's gonna be full transparency. So what I will do is every single trade that I post to YouTube, it will be a live video of me recorded with my commentary, and I don't want them to be too long. They're probably gonna be about 6 to 7 minutes tops, but it's literally gonna be the day of the stock that was skyrocketing that day, what my trade was, what my mindset was, and hopefully that can help you traders, you new traders moving forward, and it can help myself. And that's the number 2 reason why I wanted to create this YouTube channel, is because I purely wanted to be able to help the trading community, because I know what it's like struggling with a very small account and going red and and all the psychology that goes along with trading. It's very difficult, I know this. And so again, number 2 reason I wanted to post these videos is just for education. I have no intent on making money off this channel or anything like that. It's just to give back to the community, to you new rookie traders. So I hope you guys appreciate it. I hope you like it. Please subscribe to the channel. I will post as much stuff as I can. I'm just learning at this, so it's all gonna be new, figuring out the editing. I'm not a video guy. So anyways, all this stuff is gonna be new. But again, thanks guys. Subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you in the next video. Cheers.